Hi friends, welcome to Gallant IAS. Today here we are going to discuss about a concept called private member bill in detail. See, as per our latest in UPSC, apart from the factual part, the analytical part is also important for us from prelims perspective. So here we will be discussing both the factual parts as well as analytical part for the purpose of UPSC examination. And please remember that this session is purely exam oriented. Okay. The unwanted points or historical details regarding those concepts will not be discussed here. The facts which we need to know for the purpose of exam only are discussed here. The topic is regarding private member bill. So what is actually a private member bill, or who is a private member? A member of the parliament or a member who is not part of council of ministers or a member who is not a minister is called private member. And the bill introduced by a member who is not a minister is called private member bill. A private member can be from ruling party as well as from opposition also. See, in case of ruling party also, there are many number of members who are not part of council of ministers. They are also private members. And the opposition members, they are also private members. And if they introduce a bill in the parliament, that is called private member bill. See, there are many issues regarding private member bill. As of now, only 14 bills introduced by the private member only become an act. Okay, so in this largest democratic country, only 14 private member bills were passed by the parliament and get the presidential assent. So there are some issues behind that. So now here we are going to analyze all those reasons for the less passage of private member bills. The major thing is there are number of majority. See, who has the majority always? So usually the private member bills are introduced by the members of opposition party and they lack the required number of majority to get a bill passed. So that is one of the reason. And see, to introduce a private member bill, 1 month notice period has to be given. But in case of public bill means a bill introduced by a minister. To introduce a public bill, 1 week notice is sufficient. But for a private bill, 1 month notice period has to be given. And the drafting responsibility of the concerned bill lies with the concerned member itself. That is, if a private member has to introduce a bill, drafting is a responsibility of that concerned private member itself. But for a government member or a public bill, the drafting will be done by the concerned department. So here the private member lacks the technical expertise. Okay, he may not get the required assistance from the law department or other required departments. But for a government bill, the concerned government member get the support of the department, various departments. So that is one among the issue. Then see if the private member bill become an act, there might be a perception that the government is incompetent. Because of that only a private member introduces a bill or the opposition introduces a bill and it becomes an act. So the government feels that if a private member bill becomes an act, the people might think that the government is incompetent. So because of that perception, the government normally does not give support to all those kind of private member bills. That is also one among the reason for the less passage of private bills in our parliament. Fine. Then only limited time is allotted for discussing private member bills. Usually on Fridays or alternative Fridays only are given for discussing this kind of private member bills. But for government bills, any days can be allotted for discussing. So that much importance is given for public bill, but only less importance is given to this kind of private member bills. That is also one of the reasons for less passage of this kind of bills. And another funny thing is that sometimes if a private member is trying to introduce a bill, at that time the government requests that concerned member to withdraw those bill on the assurance that the government itself will introduce those bill by to maintain their image in front of the public. So that can also be one of the possible reasons. So when you come across these kind of issues, you must note on some reasons. See, for whatever thing happen, there can be some reasons or there might be some reasons. So we must know that reasons. And also we are supposed to give solutions to that issues also. And see, when we come across our bills, only nearly 3% of private member bills were discussed in the parliament. Okay, many bills are being introduced by the members, but only barely or nearly 3% bills, number of bills were discussed. and rarely the bills get passed in the parliament. Okay, so in our democracy, what is the importance of private member bill? See, there are a lot of representatives from various parts of our country. Everyone cannot be part of the Council of Ministers. Okay, so that should also be taken into consideration. Why? Because this shows the views of the opposition. See, views of all the parts of the country or views of elected representatives from various parts of the country must be taken into consideration. So, for a private member bill, it shows the views of the opposition, and this can deal with the issues nor voluntarily or involuntarily ignored by the government. Sometimes the government miss out some issues. So, those issues can be taken by the private member and can make it in the national lawmaking. Fine. Then all representatives, if the more number of bills become an act, then all representatives can actively engaged in the national lawmaking. So these are some of the importance of private member bill. So when you come across these kind of questions in your mains answer or mains examination, you must know some of the reasons, you must know some data, and you must know the importance, and also you are supposed to give some solutions to that problems. So this is the approach you must keep when you come across a topic. You must know what is a concept, pros and cons, some data, solutions or suggestions. So in this manner, you have to prepare a concept and appear for the exam. Fine. And if you want to know more about the civil service examination and its pattern or its various strategies, you can contact us at this number, because we are providing you a free counseling session for all those aspirants. Because you might have more doubts what to prepare, how to prepare, or what materials you have to refer, or the timing strategies or time management regarding your optionals. Or if you are working aspirants, you might be facing difficulties to manage your time. For all those doubts regarding civil service preparations and the syllabus and strategies, you can contact at this number. A free counseling session awaits you. Okay then, bye.